He goes, Clarkonomics is real. Did the PGA not promote Tiger Woods, not just in the short term, but in the long term? Did the NBA not use the 1979 NCAA championship game between Indiana State and Michigan State, Larry Bird, Larry Legend, and Irvin Magic Johnson, to be the face of the NBA? Did we not see Michael Jordan be marketed in a way that we've never seen before, who is still making billions off the Jordan brand, which has impacted colleges, HBCs, in a way that we've never seen it before? Have we not seen Steph Curry, another transformational player, change the way that young boys and girls play the game? So why has the NCAA, why has the WNBA not marketed Caitlin Clark in the same way? And everyone, from the players themselves to the fans, should be embracing this, because we may never see it. We may never see something like this ever again. And we should be marketing her and applauding her and praising her, no matter what skin color she is, no matter what gender she is. In the same way that we did Tiger Woods, Magic, Larry, MJ, and Steph. You know, as we start the NCAA tournament, March Madness today, I thought about something besides this shirt and the impact of the phenomenon and the magic and what is this unbelievable reckoning with women's college basketball. And then I came across this story about Colombian men and how they're in a program, a lot of them, to learn more about how to be a better dad and less machismo. Now, speaking of machismo, so shout out to them and shout out to this program that helps them be better men, better versions of themselves. Now, what about here in the United States? What if we had a program that helped men be better versions of themselves when it came to rooting for women's sports? Now, that would be an unbelievable program. And I think they would get a lot out of it. And I think it would benefit them and get them to understand things in a way that they still don't understand. And for the life of me, I can't understand it. And I've made a lot of comments on social media, and I read a lot of comments. And it's amazing to me that arguably the greatest coach of our lifetime, who's going to probably win her third national title, a former unbelievable player herself in college and in the pros, Dawn Staley, says that Caitlin Clark is the greatest of her time. Now, what her time means, who knows? But she's literally changing the face of not only women's basketball for girls, but for boys, and getting more people than ever before interested in watching women's sports professionally and in college. And she's going to change the face of the NBA. Now, I don't know who's hating on her or why, or if people are still hating on women's sports, but we've said this before, and Cameron Brink said it yesterday, that she is seeing a shift also in how so many people can name 5 women's basketball players and they can't name 5 men's players. There's absolutely 100% a shift going on. So how about this, guys? How about taking a 30-day challenge? Here's a call to action. Learn as much as you can about the history of women's basketball, professional women's basketball, starting back, let's say, with the original W, the WBL. Educate yourself. Educate yourselves on the early days of the ABL and the WNBA and where we are now and how we got here, from how the NBA helped and now how they're trying to fund their own league and part with the NBA. Let me know what you think. He goes, Clarkonomics is real. And I don't know if a lot of people out there are just scared to be a part of something bigger than themselves or acknowledge something because they've believed something for so long and now they just have a hard time even wrapping their head around the fact that women's sports and women in sport is a thing, but it is, and the numbers prove it. The ratings have been higher in many instances already, especially when Caitlin Clark is playing, and it's going to be true again this year. So enjoy March Madness, enjoy the WNBA draft, enjoy the last week of Athletes Unlimited, and enjoy next season and the next decade, if not two, because there's going to be a lot more Caitlin Clarks out there. Not only because of Caitlin Clark, but because of the Juju Watkinses, because of the Cameron Brinks, because of the Hannah Hidalgos, because of the Alyssa Peeleys, because of so many unbelievable women's basketball players that are playing right now that are inspiring so many, like Paige Beckers. And I love how she amplified her platform several years ago during the ESPYs to talk about marginalized communities and women of color. And this is the thing about women's basketball also. They've always leveraged their platform and never compromised. And that's why I love it. That's why I've always connected with it. That's why I've always vibed with the women's side, starting my 18th year as a coach on the women's side, having been on the men's side for 15 years. So shout out to all the incredible women who helped get us here, and shout out to all the incredible women right now in intercollegiate basketball and professional women's basketball, because the reckoning is happening. Now, whether or not you want to join us or not, that's completely up to you. Much love.